Hey, Mo.
Hey, mate.
How are you?
How are you getting on? Congratulations, well done yesterday.
Appreciate
I didn't get to see all of us, was watching as much
Yeah,
as
it was a great win.
between,
Amazing.
the work that we on. We're on live, are we?
Great win.
That was good, yeah. Yeah, she's some,
Bad ball,
yeah. It's been unlucky, like, could have had five, it's been unlucky.
I don't forgot on the telly that Harry had to go, but went in and had some fights. That was right.
He's texted me, so I didn't see that one.
Last three, Jake.
Is that Harry, is it?
Yeah, it was Harry.
It was,
He had done so well, he actually got it, and then the minute he landed on his elbow, you know, and he pops up. But Baz obviously saw it go in.
what's the end? 4?
4, a bit sour with Harry. Luke, come this way, you're too close there. What's the forecast for Saturday like?
It's mixed, I think.
Not like what it's been.
No.
What about Saturday?
It's a bit cloudy tomorrow, we should be fine.
I think we should be alright.
We're not getting it.
You go down and play with Mama? Yeah, this way. Can't play with them.
Sure, you're used to the freak. Nice, James, that's you. Ali, you can hold it. James, you done that.
No, they're not. That's Pembroke and then team over there. No, like they're there. What? They're not team there. Oh, no, the photo. That's Russian Hills. Bro, Russian. No, probably playing the Hills.
Finish on that one, Sherry. Ethan, let's go. Come on, Ali. Ethan. Ethan. Yeah, Ethan, I'm coming in. Oh, I like it. Pick it up. I like the power. Keep your head down. Ali, pick the ball up. Pick the ball up and drop it.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Sydney Parade. We're here for the Senior Cup game taking place between Pembroke and today's visitors, Rush. I suspect Pembroke won the toss and have decided to bat first. And having missed the first over, and just looking at the scoreboard, the score is 5-1 from 1. And we think that Sarah Forbes may be the bat who is out. Lou Little, who hit a century during the week for the Scorchers, in form. And just looking at the way that the non-striker is leaning on their bat, I could be wrong, it's been known to happen, but that could be all a Prendergast. In which case, it's an imposing batting setup that Pembroke have today. And they'll be looking to set a good score. Winner of this goes through to the semi-final, and then 10 days after that, 11 days after that, you'll find that the final is on in Sydney Parade. So here's hoping that Pembroke managed to get through that far. Technical difficulties with the Crick Club's score at the moment, but sure, we won't let that spoil our enjoyment. This one just sneaks down the leg side, played away. The umpire has his hand out like he's about to signal something. As Pembroke add another 2 to the total, and leg buys is indeed the call.
Yeah, they are.
Good delivery, gets past the intended shot. Winners of this last year, of course, the Senior Cup were Phoenix, led by Gabby Lewis and Zara Craig. Rush find themselves in the Senior Cup for the first time, I suggest, in a few years. Certainly when they were playing in Division 2 and would have come up against the Pembroke women's seconds, they certainly were a well-drilled team, and they do have good individuals. Plenty of kids training in the nets, and you may occasionally hear the bang of the ball off the nets and the base, or even baton ball.
Right line, that's on.
Yeah, but it's like, no, we don't have the million basket.
Into the third over, the score has moved on to 12 for 1.
Until I know they're giving up, I'm not putting on scoreboard.
I'll send Graham a strongly worded text in a minute. This one slips down the leg side, and this is one area where the move from Division 2 into Division 1 could be costly for Rush, is the number of wides, the number of extras. 22nd of May today, on this day in history. Well, I can tell you, over in Trent Bridge, Zimbabwe are getting a bit of a mauling. England 428 for 2. Top 3 have all scored centuries, and once top 2 scored centuries and got out, you then had Ollie Pope and Joe Root together. So, yeah. Nice shot, played out onto the leg side. Fielder can't get to that. Clipped away beautifully, and that one reaches the rope. Pembroke now starting to put a bit of a score together. Another cracking shot, this time the boundary rider from Cyril's way comes in, picks it up and gets it back to the bowler.
Look to that.
Niall, which end did they start at? Yeah. So the score after 2, 18 for 1, and in the background you hear the, oh yes, so 3 overs gone.
See the poor Rush scorer hiding behind the ball for the shade, trying to see his screen.
I told them to order a gazebo. Oh, driven away, a little bit uppish, but it bounced before the fielder. Lets them get through for a single. Yeah, that I'm late, that I'm hassled. That I'm just relaxing into some cricket because work has been there this week. Because it's Thursday evening. You're quite zoomed in. This fills the whole screen. Oh, is it much higher? It is much higher. Beautifully played, just dropping the face of the bat onto that and letting it run past the keeper. Fielder's chasing after it, but they can't get there. 4 more runs, Prendergast underway, and underway with intent. I can.
Was higher and it was 2, I was killing myself. Nope. A little bit lower again.
Keep it comfy.
Actually making a huge difference, isn't it?
Yeah. New straight camera, just a little bit more height on it, letting us see more of the action. And this one, beautifully punched down the ground, well fielded, just a single. Oh, very accurate throwback. Still just a single. Ground mics up at top volume today. You'll hear plenty of chat in the field. Most of the Pembroke side sitting on the benches outside the dressing room. This one played round the corner, nothing on it. Umpire, I think, called wide. And that's 3 more onto the total. Total moves on to 27. Pembroke going along quite nicely to run a ball for the first 3 overs. I'm sure once these two get themselves in. Hey Nicky, hey Jake. This one pulled away into the leg side. There is a fielder there. She does get down to it rather nicely and saves, well, a couple of runs, one suspects. That's well done.
Might not have given up yet.
Hit down the ground, hits the fielder again. End of the over. The score has moved on to 28 for 1, 10 coming off that over. More productive for Pembroke, and you get the feeling that now these two have got themselves in, they're going to be just a little more positive. You're going to nip home, is it? Okay, yep, it's sitting on the back seat, and if you see my cap there, Silver Fox's cap, have that for you. This one played down to short third, and they'll come back for 2. And Prendergast gets there at a gentle jog, as does Little to her end. 2 more onto the total. So we have a new setup here. Oh, that one's played beautifully, driven through the covers, ends up almost going through the entrance to the clubhouse. 4 runs. And yes, you get the feeling Pembroke looking to be positive here. Thank you very much. Is there not a... New Pembroke ties are now available, same as the old ties, but these ones are new. This one hit straight to the fielder. They get through for the single. Direct hit would have been interesting. Yes, new ties have been ordered and delivered and are now available from Craig Senior. €25 for a club tie. Perhaps Dave O'Riordan might even get one for the presidency. Driven down the ground, it will go straight to the fielder. They won't take a run for that.
No, I don't see a laptop. Pretty sure they've given up.
I got a text from Graham saying this is a nightmare. I should try MV Play if you want to see a nightmare. That's the end of the 5th over. The score has moved on to, I'm sure it's more than 30. I think it's 34. On account of that beautiful driven 4 from Orla Prendergast. 34 for 1 as the big diesel. Oh, let's take that off your TVs. My goodness, that was right up there. The diesel heading off back to Drogheda as we bring back up the ground mics. Without the live scoring, of course, it makes it very difficult to name the players. Niall has brought out another camera. That means that live scoring is not going to be available today. This one in the air clears everybody in the field, bounces 2 feet inside the rope, and 4 more runs go onto the board and 4 more runs to Orla Prendergast. Pembroke will be looking for a total in excess of 160. And that's another big stroke from Prendergast. It will bounce on the outfield and it will give the fielder a chance to come round. She's had to make a lot of ground and has done a super job of picking that up. And she comes back, and 3 more to the Pembroke total. Plenty of encouragement for the Rush bowlers. That's a much better ball. Played with a defensive prod. Well, there you go. That's what you get for taking your eye off the ball. Played it down the ground, assumed the bowler was going to pick it up. The bowler didn't do so. Oh, beautiful adjustment there from Little. Was looking to play down the ground, but then saw the ball drifting down leg and adapted her shot and played it round the corner down to the clubhouse for another boundary. It's going to be a tough early evening for these Rush bowlers. So still plenty of encouragement for the bowler. And she's sticking to her task well. This one pulled out into the leg side. There are two fielders out in that direction, so they'll just take the two. There's a canter, slightly more than a jog, slightly less than a gallop. And why the long faces? Another over gone then. That's 6 gone. The power play is done. The score has moved on to 45 for 1. Orla Prendergast 21, Lou Little 16. Making changes in the field now. The power play is over. It will be a change of bowling. Paul.
It's not really how it works, but
Yes, it is. You know it is. Played out square leg. Fielder on the boundary. Prevents the boundary. More runs taken. 50 up on the board for Pembroke now.
Oh, it's up there.
Well, the misfield encourages Little to call for the single, and they do, and they get it.
What do you think? Make it bigger, just leave it like that.
Prendergast takes on the full toss, punches it out on the leg side, and the misfield will enable her to get it home for a second. Nice return from the fielder, though. Good work by number 27, I think that is. Well, the sun is shining bright. And another single taken. Two balls remaining in the over. One umpire signals to the other. International colleagues Little and Prendergast. Beautifully just played away. Good early call, says no. Now the bowler wanting to cut out of this over. Just 10 from it so far. And that clears the fielder on the ring. She thought she was in with a chance. It turned out she wasn't. Runs away down to the shed. Another 4, another over gone. The score now 59 for 1 from 7. Prendergast has moved on to 30. And Little, courtesy of this shot, has moved on to 23. These two have put on 50 already for Pembroke. They came together with the score on 5 or less. Second ball? So, for none. Well, 1 wicket fell in the first over. I missed the first over, my late arrival. Many thanks to the court service for keeping me longer. I was there till 20 past 7 yesterday, sorting out access and maintenance for people. I say sorting out. I was recording what was happening. Wasn't really sorting out anything.
side screens are backwards. You can tell from the trying to stop it from being too wobbly. And make it work right.
Pembroke would have gone into this game as firm favourites, league winners last year, whereas Rush were playing in Division 2. And the leg spinner has come on.
Oh, lucky.
And the ball gets past the fielder on the fence and makes it to the fence. Another boundary.
Lucky.
Evening, Jage.
Go on, girls.
First down for a bit of training today. They have a game on Saturday against Phoenix. Yep.
Oh, no, Jim, next one. Let's have that with you, girls. Come on.
All are on a mission, I think.
Yeah.
Mind you, Lou scored a century for the Scorchers during the week. So going well for them. That's pulled again into the leg side. Again, there's a fielder there. This time she gets her body.
Oh.
Thought of an overthrow, wasn't to be.
The girls, come on. It's coming the wicket. Come on. Work hard here.
And the dart trundling home. Just think you could be a commuter on that instead of sitting here and watching this game. Cut away on the offside. That will be a dot ball. Nice bit of fielding at point.
Right, Ocean, come on. Next one. Let's have it here. Come on.
Yeah, number 27, Ocean Bartlett. Overseas player. Has been coming here a couple of years now.
Play it, Ocean.
Certainly got involved in the Super Series last year.
Top the ball. Let's go again. Come on, girls.
So you always looking behind at the scoreboard, your way of saying it's too small for you.
There, well done. Well done. Sit off. Good work there, Ocean. And again.
It's probably bigger than the numbers are down there.
Yeah,
that's my sort of.
same size text anyway.
Sorry?
Bigger text. Those are bigger numbers than we get down there, I think. Bartlett played away again. Her leg spin, not causing too many difficulties for the Pembroke bats at the moment. 7 coming from it. And let's be honest, in the context of this game, that's actually not a bad score. A little bit of chat between the two bats. I wonder what they're chatting about, because I suspect it isn't about how tough the bowling is. So, after having a day off on Tuesday, and obviously for Pete Prendergast's funeral, and what a fine funeral that was too, great eulogies. I went with Niall down to Merion to watch the MCC ladies taking on the Leinster Cricket Leinster Presidents 11, which didn't contain that many girls who play in the Super Series, but did show some talent down there. Anna Beale, Zoe Bell, they did well on the previous game. And the T20 then on Tuesday. Ocean Bartlett was there. Powered away down towards the light tower. Fielder gets enough on it to prevent it going over the rope, but not enough to stop 2. So yeah, had a lovely day on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, court went on until 7:20 in the evening. Today it was over before 4 o'clock, that was for sure. Short, pulled away. There is a fielder out there as well, doing a fine job. Good long barrier. Well coached, well watched, and well returned. Much better length, right up there, challenging the bat. She got it out in the end, but it was a good delivery. Over bowled, 71 for 1. You just heard me say 71 for 1, and yet my hand wrote down 78. That's Sarah. So it can't have been Sarah that was out first.
Well, it was 2 balls, so...
Okay, that means for the last 7 overs, I've been naming the wrong person. Sarah Forbes it is, in partnership with Orla Prendergast. Driven down the ground by Prendergast. They just jog through for a single. Just played nicely into the leg side. They'll think of a second, but it won't be there, and they won't take it. Sarah Forbes, somebody who's really come to the fore in the last 12 months, joined Pembroke after the demise, the unwelcome demise of YMCA, and has really taken to Pembroke. Found herself the opening spot. Falls plenty of off spin. Well, the second wicket, and it comes through with the score on 73 as we're in the 10th over. Well bowled, good length, and I think it was the length that did the job there for Rush. And here is this delivery again. Ocean Bartlett tossing it up there, and yes, did enough just to clip the off stump. And that's the end of that innings. And the second wicket falls with the score on 73 for a partnership of somewhere between 68 and 73.
Well, I did my usual mistake.
I don't think it was a mistake. It's just another chance to see what was a good little delivery. The length was right and didn't turn too much to take it away from the stumps, but merely cannoned into the off stick. A few changes in the field for the new bat. Just drifting too far down the leg side. Yeah, this new camera angle we have for the straight camera, a little extra height, giving us a better view of what's going on. I wonder how it will be on a windy day. More of a lever over the top of the sight screen.
We'll figure out more about how to stabilise us. That was go one for today.
Really good evening this evening. I will say, if you're in the shade, you might want a jumper or something like that. But if you're out in the sun, it must be quite nice. This is a glorious drive through the offside. The boundary rider does get there. They will pick up 2. It's the chat I can hear.
That's why some of the bags
that's very incorrect.
tempted to stand straight in front of us. That's going to be...
Another over up, a successful one for Rush, and we're now halfway through. And Pembroke have reached 77 for 2. Beautiful evening here at Sydney Parade. There is a bit of a breeze, as I say. If you're in the shade, you might need some warmth, but that one's a bit short and it's hit straight back over the bowler's head. There is protection down there, and it will just be a single. That certainly was a bit shorter than perhaps the bowler would have wanted.
To be fair, Craig, it's only going to be us in the shade.
Yeah. Everyone else choosing to stand out in the sunshine and be warm. Full toss. Looks like it's going to be signalled no ball, and it looks like it's going to be fielded before they can collect. Well, nice bit of fielding, but they couldn't get there quickly enough to prevent. And now a free hit.
But yeah, standing there, but that's why a few bags moved and things, so you wouldn't be as tempted.
Here is that possible run out, safely home. Front end of the bat, connecting with the turf behind the line. Another full toss, this one is hoiked. Big hoik out on that side, and no matter how far back you go, you're going to trip over the rope, and that is a massive maximum super shot, that. Just the full toss, Ellie McGee straying in length, and that is pumped away. This one played away. Now on the offside, the free hit just played away, and they take the single, and that's nice to see. Not trying to be too greedy, play each ball on its merits. And plenty of other cliches we can drag out there as well. Square leg umpire, staying out of the way of the game. They take another single. Another good over for Pembroke.
Oh, if I reap it, oh no.
Another full toss, this time not quite connected with in the same way, but enough to get it away for a single.
You're confusing me saying it's a good over.
Okay, he continues, drags that one low. It's taken off the toe of the bat. That could have gone anywhere. That was not the prettiest shot, but effective. Decent way to start, I suppose, if you're at nets. Knocking over the stumps. Be more difficult when there's a batsman there, I suppose. And that's the end of the 11th over. These two just coming together now. 93 for 2. Off 11. Run rate right up there today. Over 8 and over. Very sedate so far. No massive, just that one big 6 in the last over. Boundary's quite wide here at Sydney Parade today for the Senior Cup clash. Ocean Bartlett, the Kiwi, continuing from the St John's end. Well bowled. Thought then that perhaps running out the non-striker, but the non-striker, well, she's well settled on her bat there. Just delicately played, running it off the face of the bat down through the gully region, and they'll pick up 2 runs for that without any trouble at all. Hear the bird song in the background. And the last I heard was Becker was trying to fix the live scoring.
It's on 0 for 0. It's the pair.
Good delivery, drifting into the right hander, inside edge onto the foot, and it ran away. Driven away on the offside. It's beaten the field through the gap and runs away to the boundary beautifully. That brings up 99 for Pembroke. Look at that. Beautiful power off the back foot. Beautiful placement. Running to the boundary. No problem at all. Recognising the better ball, just keeping that one out. And that will end the over with the score of 99 for 2 from 12. Niall, can you go in close on the bats? And perhaps between the two of us we might work out who they are. Sarah Forbes on the left.
And I'm pretty sure it's Louise.
The sooner Pembroke put numbers on the shirts, the better. I'm starting the campaign here. Campaign for shirt numbers.
Yeah, I know.
So what we're saying is, one of them's a little anyway, and the other one is Sarah Forbes. Tries to play that one round the corner. And where the umpire's walking, suggests, and he does, signal a leg by. And that is the 100 up for Pembroke. In this, the 13th over. Ellie McGee having been replaced at the nursery end now. Oh, aborting that run up. Last year we saw this bowler bowling against the women's thirds in Division 3, playing for Rush seconds. Neighbour O'Donoghue. One of two O'Donoghues on the side, Rebecca being the other one. $101 for 2 off 13. Another single taken to the fielder in the ring. Hit pretty much at her, but she got there. H.
You think?
Just leave that there for a minute. Lovely shot away. Picture of the Pembroke bench. Seems to be enjoying themselves over there, watching this total come together. That one's hit out beautifully to the leg side. There are two fielders there, but they've managed to bisect the gap between them, as well as if they were using a compass. By compass, I mean the one with the pointy stick. Beautiful pull out to the leg side. And there's one of the fielders, and there's the other one. And she almost took out a measuring tape. End of the over then. The score's moved on to 1-1-3 for 2 off 13. I do know that the scoreboard is on your screen. It's on the top right-hand side. It's not the usual efficient live scoring that cricket clubs and our scorers provide using that, but it's the best we can do. Batsman number 1 is Sarah Forbes, and of course I am subject to correction on that. So this would be Rebecca O'Donoghue, another one we saw playing on a number of teams. Still plenty of chat, plenty of good leadership going on out there. Yes, my campaign to put numbers on the back of Pembroke shirts goes on. This one comes off the edge, it's in the air, and the keeper has taken it. But it's also been signalled as a no ball. Just coming off the edge of the bat, flying straight up in the air, the wicketkeeper taking it, but the umpire's arm is out. It's a no ball, and this now is a free hit. It's a free hit with another no ball. And this is going to prove to be quite an expensive couple of balls for Rebecca O'Donoghue. But the Pembroke bench, you can hear in fine fashion, celebrating and congratulating on that shot. 115 for 2. You're saying it definitely Lou. You heard Lou up there.
I was 90-something% outside. Oh, what have I done there?
Right up, come on, right through.
Weighted on it nicely. It drops towards the bottom of her bat, and she only gets a single for it.
Need a spinner more.
Who's actually batting?
Have you been fair for that?
Louise is batter. Or Louise,
Yeah. We've got the numbers. And who's out?
out is Isabel Jennings for 0. Second ball of the innings.
Yep.
And Ola Prendergast bowled for 39.
Grant, thank you very much, Graham.
Thank you.
Bye.
Who needs live scores?
Our reporter on the ground. Graham Mooney providing us with the information we were missing. Oh, that one just got down in time to avoid the fielder's hands. They'll pick up another couple. So we can confirm, as far as the scoreboard in the top right is concerned, number 1 on 36 is Sarah Forbes. Oh, don't like seeing them chase those ones, and it almost provided an opportunity. Another full toss. This one is Hoyt to square leg. Fielder takes it on the first bounce, just another single, but it will be surely another no ball and another free hit. And Rebecca O'Donoghue, well, this isn't the easiest of introductions for her. And batsman number 4 is Lou Little. She's moved on to 27 quite quickly. Isabel Jennings was the first out with no score on the board. And then a partnership of 77. Yeah. Oh,
I wasn't right or anything, just that. Oh.
and again, if I had live scoring, I wouldn't have the pen in my hand the whole time. Yeah. I can't, you know the way people can do that around their thumbs? I've never been able to master that one.
You sit there and practice that and let your way with the drop overall.
Oh, another wicket. Going for the massive big hit, and it wasn't to be. Missed the ball, and if they miss, you hit. And that was the formula for success there for Rebecca O'Donoghue, and she'll be delighted at picking up the wicket, because before then that over, well, just a few too many extras and no balls. But she has picked up the wicket with the score on 128.
I have ended up too late.
Some of the old lads probably even made these bits. I still need to see good back in my day. I'll go down and watch that. Here, give me that crotch.
Ready?
Yeah?
Although there might be no intro.
Go on then.
There were 4 seconds.
Rebecca O'Donoghue getting one on the stumps, and it just held its line coming into the batsman, and that was enough to take it past the inside edge and onto the stumps, and that's a 3rd wicket down. See, what I do is I pick up to think I'm going to do something, and then find that I've already done it, or I don't need to do it.
I don't care. Just stop clicking them. Or have it done, click it then.
Well, that's the answer, isn't it?
I found one at the other end.
Nicely just tucked away around the corner. It was on the legs to start with. Didn't need to do anything except just guide it on its way. Pick up another 2 runs. Oh, nicely pulled down to the leg side. Mid-wicket. 2 fielders out there. Or changed their mind about going for a second. And I'd say that's the right decision. She was a long way down, but she safely made her ground. 132 for 3. This one fielded in the ring, keeps it to a single. More runs, ball gets past the keeper. Will it find the rope? No, not quite. Nice bit of work. Late hand going down, and that saves the boundary.
Crocodile tears or no. Hit me. Yeah, fair. Stop. It's on about 8 times.
Oh, a chance. Shauna Kavanagh, the new bat. You watch this, comes off the back of the bat and then hits the keeper on the arm. Yeah, upper arm. I mean, you can't really catch it up there, but...
Well, if it had just It did slower, but
It might have
into her hands when it stopped.
Well, it might have popped upwards as well. That's the other thing, of course.
Stopped.
Yep. Anyway, chance wasn't taken. 137 on the board, and Pembroke now starting to pile on the runs they're looking for, and they're going to take on the second. Well, if I wasn't certain before by the way she carries her bat whilst running, you certainly would with the speed of her there. Shauna Kavanagh making that in 2. Over up, the umpire seemed to have forgotten, but here you can see off she goes, bat into 2 hands. What a lesson in running that is from Shauna Kavanagh.
Backing up.
And backing up from Rush. 137 for 3.
Byron Quite time.
Back rows on here, coming back for a second over. Donahue starting off the right way this time, and they just take the single. Sound of jogging by Coach Molly coming through on the ground mics. Yeah, pleasant evening this evening. You might just about want something more than the t-shirt, but not too much more. This one's in the air. Bartlett's underneath. Oh, it's gone to ground. That's a shame. Hands too close to the chest and just no give behind that then. And that allowed the ball to escape. And with the effect of gravity, hit the turf. Poor chance. Well, Rush haven't been without their chances. You know, a couple of direct hits, a couple of catches. Not being a no ball. Kavanagh into that very familiar sweep. Productive shot for her. That was a bit quick. Young Murray has put on a yard or 2 of pace even since the start of the season, I feel. Donahue getting one past the edge of the bat into the keeper's hands. We haven't been able to say that too much, but they're still there.
It's worth turning it just because I know you can see that one. Anyway.
Lofted straight down the ground, and nothing is going to stop that on its journey to 4. And that's a cracking shot down the ground. .147 on the board now. Little has moved on to 39. Oh, saw that beautifully. Back-to-back boundaries, opposite sides of the ground, and each one in its own right. A shot to save her. By shot to save her, I mean, oh, I wish I could play that shot. 16 overs gone then. The score has moved on to 151 for 3. And here it is. Just sees that, and oh, the number of times I've swiped at stuff out there. It's kind of embarrassing, really. The man who would stand on square legs umpires' feet in order to make sure I could play to the offside. 4 overs remain in this Pembroke innings, and they'll be looking to push this on now. 151 at the moment after 15. Well, even my UK primary school education allows me to divide 151 by 15. And because I learned in the UK, I'll tell you, it's 10 and 1/15. Another nice shot down the ground. There's no stopping that one either. Eventually she's going to get one to go through that gate. Been peppering it left and right, and it just shows the quality of the driving that's going on here. Just made sure she was in the right position, and then the power and the speed of the hands coming through, ensuring that nothing was going to disturb that ball on its way to the hedges. There's the applause from her teammates. Short, and this time cut a bit wider, where there is some protection, and that will just be a single. No, because nicely cut away by Kavanagh. Becca O'Donoghue doing the fielding out there, doing a fine job. This one's in the air, the bowler's trying to get to it, and oh, it's just gone down. The catch just evading the player coming through. Just having a quick look around the grounds. Whilst, no, oh, there's the chance. Just came back in and really took the top shoulder of the bat and just bounced in front of the bowler. Phoenix are 110 for 5 as they enter the 19th over. Merion 142 for 3 from 16 into the 17th over. And, well, I'm not looking at that one. Efforts are being made, as they say. No live scoring at the boys' final today. CUS playing the high school. How fitting it would be to see high school win that one. I know Ethan Clark was batting with Rob O'Connor earlier. Rob O'Brien. Rob O'Connor, I don't think he's still in school. Another single taken. Pembroke have been very good at taking on the runs that they've been offered. They haven't missed out on too many today. 161 the score on the board now. That's the 17th over. Nicely pulled away to the leg side. The fielder might just get to that one, and does. And a round of applause goes up around the ground as Lou Little records another half century. Been a super knock from her. It's been belligerent when she wants it to be. Oh, now having reached the mark, you get the feeling that, well, if she gets the chance to get her arms out there and loosen the shoulders, clear the front foot, and all the rest of that. Blacksmith batting.
Shot, Gav.
Fielder comes back to long on as well as long off. And it's pulled out to the leg side where, well, Becca O'Donoghue just misjudged it slightly and it got away from her. Cracking shot, and the scoring rate starting to pick up now. There we go, look at that. This is somebody who's reached their half century and well and truly feel in now. Another one out on that side, another one the fielder looks at, and another one where it beats the first fielder. But good teamwork on the sideline, saves the boundary. This one has been taken. Another attempt at a very, very big shot. But instead of coming down the ground, it just took the edge and flew to short third or deep slip. And that sees a fourth wicket fall. The score on 173. 41 partnership. And very little falls for 61. Partnership of 45 and a half century, and then just coming off the edge of the bat, the fielder was there, steadied herself, got her feet right, gave with the hands and completed the catch, and that's a fourth wicket down with the score on 173. Well, just 12 deliveries remaining in this innings. Pembroke will be delighted with their total, 173. It's been achieved without rash shootings. No, just clubbing the ball. These could be the overs when that happens. Or beautifully turned round the corner from Kavanagh. I'm talking about slogging, and she's playing exquisite cricket. Super little shot, just guided round the corner, picks up a boundary, and it's exactly what a team is looking for now. Why you often hear the expression captain's knock, and you have to say you trust Shauna Kavanagh to see her team through to the end. Tag rugby behind us. A lack of cooling on this occasion. This one on the full. Kavanagh paddling it round to the leg side. Absolutely loves the cricket, does Shauna Kavanagh, Irish international. Good length ball. New bat out for these last two overs, Zoe Bell. Looking just to play that one round to the leg side.
Keep going, Ash, here we go.
Play through the gap. There is cover back there, and they just take the single. That brings up 180. Formidable total. 180. 9 and over. Run and a half every ball. Oh, again, looking just to lap it around the corner. Wasn't to be. End of the over. 19 gone, and the score is... Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard not to say it in the voice of somebody who plays darts. But the score is 180. Off 19 overs. Rush have captured 4 wickets. If luck was their lady tonight, then they've picked up another couple, 3 or 4. But as it is, the Pembroke bats have definitely been in the ascendancy. Now they're running for pretty much everything. Kavanagh all the way down the track. Bartlett with the responsibility of bowling this final 20th over. Too short. Played round to square leg. Fielder there. We'll have to return it quickly. And again, Kavanagh getting through and maximising the return on her shot. Final over of the first 20 of this Senior Cup game. Ellie McGee with the fielding. Nicely chipped down the ground. Just a single from it. And a big swing of the bat sees us through to the end of the innings. 185 for 4. And a final partnership of 12.
Stopped. Cheers. Finger went up.
Oh, okay. The stumping at the end means it's for 5. Well, there you go. Target will be 186. Rush will have 20 overs in which to collect that. They will need to score at 9.3. And we'll see how they get on in the second innings in about 10 minutes. So thank you very much to the 28 of you who have seen it through to the end of this innings. We hope you remain with us and join us for the second innings.
They have live scores,
As I said, in 10 minutes or so.
All right, they've got to 13 overs.
They're catching up on the live score. Let's hope that they have caught up by the innings change. 185 for 4 of 20 overs, and Pembroke, I think, will be delighted at having registered that sort of score. And I think Rush will be delighted to be off the pitch. Tough 20 overs for them, but they stuck at their task. They did pick up the occasional wickets. 5 fell in the end. 1 from the second ball and 1 from the last ball, and 3 more in between. Pembroke, well, there was no particular star at it today. Lou Little with 61 was certainly the top scorer, but you can't also discount the contributions of Orla Prendergast with 39, Sarah Forbes with 36. So for the moment, we'll leave you with the sound of the first 11 smacking the ball into the nets, and we'll join you for the second innings. And a big swing of the bat sees us through to the end. That happens. Oh, beautifully turned round the corner from Kavanagh. I'm talking about slogging, and she's playing exquisite cricket. Super. Oh, just clubbing the ball. These could be the overs when that happens. Oh, beautifully turned round the corner from Kavanagh. I'm talking about slogging, and she's playing. This one has been taken. Another attempt at a very, very big shot. One the fielder looks at, and another one where it beats the first fielder. Another one out on that side. Another one the fielder looks at, and another one where it beats the first fielder. And it's pulled out to the leg side, where, well, Becca O'Donoghue, and she wants it to be. Oh, now having reached the mark, you get the feeling that, well, if she gets the chance to. And a round of applause goes up around the ground as Lou Little records another half century. And a round of applause goes up around the ground as this one's in the air. The bowler's trying to get to it, and oh, it's just gone down. The catch. Another nice shot down the ground. There's no stopping that one either. Eventually, she's going to get one to go through that gate. Oh, saw that beautifully. Back-to-back boundaries, lofted straight down the ground, and nothing is going to stop that on its journey to 4. Dougals. Dougals would help. Getting a bit of a mauling. England 428 for 2. Top 3 have all scored centuries, and once top 2 scored, nothing on it. Umpire, I think, called wide, and that's 3 more onto the total. So we have a new setup here. Oh, that one's played beautifully, driven through the covers, ends up almost. Oh, beautiful adjustment there from Little so far. And that clears the fielder on the ring. She thought she was in with a chance. Whereas Rush were playing in Division 2. And the leg spinner has come on.
Oh, lucky.
And the ball gets past the fielder on the fence and makes it to the... Found herself the opening spot. Ball's plenty of off spin. Full toss. Looks like it's going to be signalled no ball. And it looks like it's going to be fielded before they can collect. Connecting with the turf behind the line. Another full toss. This one is hoiked. Big hoik out on that side, and no matter. Driven away on the offside. It's beaten the field through the gap and runs away to the boundary beautifully. Enjoying themselves over there. Watching this total come together. That one's hit out beautifully to the leg side. There are 2 fielders there, but the campaign to put numbers on the back of Pembroke shirts goes on. This one comes off the edge. It's in the air, and the keeper has taken it. But it's a free hit with another no ball. And this is going to prove to be quite an expensive couple of balls for Rebecca, our reporter on the ground. Graham Mooney providing us with the information we were missing. Oh, that one just got down in time to...
That will let you away with the hard drop over on the
Oh, another wicket. Going for the massive... Oh, another wicket. Going for the massive big hit. Well, that was the highlights from the first innings. And now we're getting all set for the second innings. Rush require 186 in 20 overs to reach the semi-final of the Leinster Senior Cup. Somebody's decided to start up a circular saw. The practicing. Joe Prendergast and Paul Lawson currently holding the willow.
all things considered. You saw the wobble, the shockingly good.
Camera?
Well, I suppose I'll give you the scoreboard back.
First ball, good line, good length, good straight bat, good padding back, and a dot ball. You will excuse me if I'm not au fait with the Rush bats. I think it's Ellie McGee at this end. Kavanagh getting across to one down the leg side, and the first extra, and Rush are on the board. Through the offside, down to the keeper. Nicely played away on the offside. Goes down to short third. They take a single, and the Rush professional is off the mark. You're quite right now. You'll see here. As I learn them, I'm writing them down. In the air, and the first wicket goes down, and it's McGee who perishes. The first wicket falls, and the delight in the Pembroke fielding side. Absolutely. It was wide, she played at it, and it just flew in the air, and the simplest to catch is taken. Rebecca O'Donoghue comes out to the middle. This one played away down to third. It's going to run down to the fence. There is no fielder down there. Oh, there is. Ah, Very Nickel it is, who's hiding under the tree. Very Nickel hiding amongst the trees. I mean, even the way she's got her arms looks like the two branches. That one played straight back down the ground by Ocean Bartlett. One of the greatest first names. Two for one. Of course, Rush had their own success at the start of the Pembroke innings, taking the wicket of Isabel Jennings. Second ball of the game. It's really strange, Paul. It's really strange not seeing Theo in the nets sweeping everything. So many years, Sharp. So many years, Theo Lawson, an integral part of the first 11 here, skipper on many occasions, and certainly winner of the batting trophy, the Ray Moulton Trophy, on more than one occasion. Louise McCarthy into bowl now. This is a ploy that Pembroke have used this season. Pace of Lou Little at one end, and then, well, I won't say sedate, but in comparison maybe. Fielder in the ring will ensure that that one remains a dot. Zoe Bell. Very. Gets enough of it. Doesn't go for the boundary. I don't think we'll see all of Prendergast turning the arm over today. As McCarthy finds exactly the right spot, right at the batsman's feet. Nice bit of fielding again. Nice chase down. This will put Pembroke into the semi-finals of the Cup. Just have a look around the grounds. Yeah. Bergen 24 for 1 from 2.5 overs. Chasing Phoenix is 121 for 5. So just about a run a ball, and at the moment Balbriggan.
If you're facing towards that, you're loud enough.
Well, he's definitely loud enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Marion scored 169 for 4, and Leinster are 8 without loss. And Pembroke are up to 99 for 2 on live score. Malahide did score 132 in their 20 overs, and Clontarf haven't started their reply yet. That's around the grounds this evening. The 4 games in the quarter-finals of the Senior Cup. Umpire was walking away very quickly. Didn't look like he was going to be keen to give a decision there.
I know I've time, but Louise is running.
The height.
Just did a little too much.
I thought it was going over leg. Maybe an umpire's call in there somewhere. Another dot ball.
I knew I had to go and get you a non-clicky pen.
I think you'll find. You'll find. Yeah, maybe. This one played away on the leg side, straight to the fielder. Safely home though. Another one onto the total. Many thanks to the 29 plus of you out there tuned in for this quarter-final. Lovely sort of hazy evening down here in Pembroke. Nice and warm in the sun. Plenty of people going for shorts and t-shirts. Flying past the edge through to the keeper. Donahue doing a fine job not to get touch on that one. Another super ball from Little to finish the 3rd over. Just the 1 run coming from that. And 7 for the loss of 1 wicket. Scoreboard in your corner of your screen. Not quite correct. It is now. Overs have gone up to 3. Work still being done, and we appreciate the work being put in. I think it's Becca Gallagher who's doing all the donkey work there. McCarthy continues. This one is pulled out through the leg side. That's going to run down to the boundary. Ocean Bartlett picking up 4 more runs. Moves her on to 7.
Moving them as far as we can move them isn't going to make much difference.
Well, the ball finally comes back. My goodness, it must have gone a long way.
Under a cover?
Under a cover. Haven't seen much of the covers this summer. It's been great. There's commentator's curse for you. Over-pitched by McCarthy on this occasion, but Alison Bartlett unable to put it away. This one wider. Oh, just popped up on the offside. Good effort from Isabel Jennings. Wasn't to be. Nicely played away. Safe enough, but Rush need more than just safe enough. Nicely cut away, squared the wicket. Prendergast does the fielding. End of the over. 14 for 1 off 4, the best over yet for Rush. Going wide, taking it in the air and just bouncing on the mat ahead of Isabel Jennings. Little and Bartlett, both Super Series players. Sun's starting to drop now. Powered back down the ground, but Little gets a hand to it. Batted it down, prevented the single. Great to see our viewer in Denver on the live chat. Oh, thinking of a single. A bit of confusion, but they had plenty of time. Great to hear from you, Kathy. I hope all is well in Mile High City. Well, that was a disjointed appeal, wasn't it? Ball went through to Shauna, she appealed, and then the bowler turned round to the umpire. I don't think you ever rarely get a decision appealing this late. But I can see why they appealed. Umpire says not out, and we continue on. Shadows starting to lengthen here in Sydney Parade now. Going to that time of evening. O'Donoghue plays it out on the offside. Another dot ball to end the over. That is 5 gone now. Just the one run coming from that over. Pembroke slowly but surely strangling the life out of this Rush reply. 15 for 1. Going along at 3 and over when they started needing 9 and over. Well, Phoenix won the cup last year as Ocean Bartlett plays the first ball of the over into the leg side. Change of bowling, of course, at the nursery end. Fresh from her 4-wicket haul against the MCC ladies on Monday. Bowling from the nursery end, Anna Beale. Yes, Phoenix only managed 1-2-1 for 5 in their 20 overs, and Balbriggan now require 75 from 14 overs with 8 wickets in hand. That could be the upset of the round. One would have expected Phoenix at home to take on Balbriggan. But here back in Sydney Parade, Anna Beale. Very distinctive bowling action she has. Gets the ball to move back into the right-hander generally, but sometimes also gets that one just to stay straight, and that on its own is probably just as effective as the one she moves 1.5 foot. Good length, driven down the ground. Last over of the power play. Not that I expect Pembroke to spread to all parts of the field. I think they will try and keep the pressure on Rush, hoping that scoreboard pressure will bring opportunities. Not out. Safely home for Rebecca O'Donoghue, one of the rising stars within the Rush Academy. Leinster 31 for 1, chasing 170 for victory against Merion. Clontarf 21 for 1. Let's see if we can get even more up to date. No. Change of bowling at the St John's end. Sometimes the ground mics are our best source of information. Cries of, come on, Han. Good length, and takes a wicket with her first ball. And that's Ocean Bartlett on her way. And one thinks that perhaps that might, just might, be trouble. Ocean Bartlett departs for 13. Partnership of 17. Well, it was a tough ask before. It's just becoming more and more difficult to see Rush getting close to this target. Current scoring rate 3 and over. 2 wickets down now. And Hannah Little for her second delivery. Positive intent from the new bat. This one a little bit in the air, a little bit cross bat there. That may be something that Hannah Little will look to exploit. Great to see her back and bowling. Just forgetting to let go of that one. He called a no ball. It was that wide. Time for the peak cap to go on. The sun's starting to drop down Wellfield Road. In the air. Caught off the free hit, no wicket falling. Isabel Jennings there doing the fielding. But no ball the previous delivery meant that Rush was safe, even from a catch.
I'm not going to mess around with anything else. Okay. Just this.
Of information.
There you go.
And another wicket. This one goes past the inside edge onto the stumps. And the third wicket falls with the score on 23. And a successful over for Hannah Little as Rebecca O'Donoghue departs for 5.
No, I wish you'd slapped me because I was sure that was over. I thought I saw the umpire walk. So that's why I jumped in. Showed that replay.
Oh well. Niall trying to improve the coverage for you. Just mistiming it on this occasion. But Hannah Little picks up a second wicket. 23 for 3. All the wickets taken by the Little family so far. 1 for Lou at the top of the innings. And now in the 7th, first over outside the power play. 2 wickets to Hannah Little.
Sorry, Hannah.
Niall apologising for the lack of replay for that second wicket. One way you beautifully got it to just
Didn't even see it.
drift inside the inside edge. Anna Beale again from the nursery end. How she doesn't end up with tremendous shoulder problems, it's quite beyond me.
It was nothing really to do with any changes. It was just, I thought I saw over. So I went and got it done quick while I was in the over. So I didn't have to worry about it.
Well dug out. Hit down the ground, they call for the single. Oh, Zoe Bell just not picking it up cleanly. They did think of a second. And maybe the chance was on to stop the first, but it wasn't taken, and the run goes through, and that brings the new bat. Mabel O'Donoghue to the middle. Mabel, who, as I say, last year played against Pembroke seconds and thirds, and here she is playing against people of the quality, Shauna Kavanagh and Lou Little. Annabelle efficiently going through her over. Well played away. Annabelle completes her over. 25 for 3. And you know what that means. It'll be the double wicket taker in her last over, Hannah Little, to continue from the St John's end. Showing the value of putting the ball on the stumps. Well, there is certainly positive intent from these Rush bats. 160 required now in 12 overs. James, no doubt at this stage, would be telling me not impossible, but very close to it. Single taken with the ball hit out to square leg. And it certainly looks now like Pembroke have booked their ticket for the semi-final. Straight through to the keeper. Well taken by Kavanagh. Balbriggan now 74 for 2 off 9. They require another 48 from 11 overs. Could it be that this year's cup holders are going to go out at the first hurdle? Leinster are 44 for 2 in pursuit of Merion's 169. And Clontarf are 27 for 3, chasing Malahyde's 132. So possibly Malahide. I'm not calling the Leinster Clontarf game yet, that's for sure. And as for the Balbriggan one, well, that really is too tight to call at this stage. We'll wait and see. We'll have a look again later on at how things are going there.
Bye.
Evening.
How are you?
Grand, how are you?
Good. Getting my steps in.
Yep.
Oh.
slips by. 26 for 3 off 9 now. It really is getting a bit too much. Very nickel now from the nursery end. Change of bowling. Little high, perhaps. The umpire turning it down on height. But again, you can see the positive intent of the bat. Wants to take the bowling on. Wants to score some runs. Nice bit of swing even at this late stage there for Nickel. She's bolder. We definitely need to get the light up bails. Nickel picks up a wicket with her second ball. Fourth one to fall. Just got it through the gap, didn't she? Oh, horrible inside edge. Dragged from well outside off onto her own stumps. And that's the departure. And a partnership of 5. Fourth wicket down then. And it looks like we're just waiting for the end of this one. Next broadcast is on Saturday. Pembroke's first.
Don't worry.
Down the leg side, it'll be signalled as wide. It beats Kavanagh, it will make it to the rope, and that is 5 wides. At the moment, that is very welcome. Clontarf have lost a 4th wicket as Nickel comes in. Kavanagh does well to get down to the leg side. Wide signalled. 37 for Balbriggan from 10 overs. We'll see them home. This one just played out defensively on the offside. And as I say, Clontarf now 33 for 4, requiring another 100 runs exactly from 13 and a half overs. Well pitched up from Nickel on this occasion, played around the corner, the fielder is down there. Louisa McCarthy doing the tidying up. .35 on the board. 151 required. Oh, this one has sneaked through an inside edge. On this occasion, not careering onto the stumps, and they get through for the single. Clontarf have lost a 5th wicket. 37 for 5, looking for 133. Leinster now 61 for 2 off 10 overs. They require 109 in the final 10. And Balbriggan just require 31 now from 9 overs. Here, after 10 overs, the score is 37 for 4. The wicket falling, but the score moving on a bit. 11 coming off that over. Good result for Rush, but they did lose a wicket as well, so a good result for Pembroke. Yes, 37 for 5 on the Clontarf stream. Oh, Malahide stream. Oh, well done, Malahide. That's a top stream. Have they commentary?
I suspect that's very optimistic that I'm not putting on sound to find out.
Another dot ball played away on the offside. Hi, ladies.
Why'd you take your jumper off you? That's something you would do.
And a beautiful catch at slip. Oh, that is magnificent. Another wicket for Hannah Little. Score on 37.
37 for 4. I think that's in the bag somewhere.
Must ask Bill for lottery tickets later as well. He can call stuff like that. Here is the wicket, and this is the best wicket of the night. Bit of movement, and straight to slip. And Slip has taken it cleanly, and she's on her way. Well, well, well. A 5th wicket down. Yep. Not needed for her bowling today, Orla Prendergast. She made 39 with the bat and now has taken a fabulous slip catch for Hannah Little, who now has 3 to her name. Well, Balbriggan seem to be cruising to their target now. 27 required.
Duo from hell, as far as jingles are concerned.
You both of them?
So, unsurprisingly, Hannah Little bowling her 3rd over. And she's picked up another wicket. It's LBW. Score still on 37. Another wicket falls, and that's 6 down now. Hannah Little has 4 of them. Lou Little has 1, and Very Nickel also has picked up 1. 6 wickets down, 4 wickets away from the end of this game now. And just while we're waiting for the new bat, we'll have a look and see what the updated scores are on the live centre. Balbriggan 95 for 3, chasing 122. Here is the replay of the wicket, and the umpire not really given much choice in that one. And Little knew it was out. Leinster have reached 70 for 2. They now need 100 off 8.5. There's going to be some going. And Clontarf, as I say, 5 down now, 39 on the board. I think Malahide might be feeling they're through there. It'll be a race to the finish line in these 4 games now. She took 2 wickets in her first over. She's taken another 2 wickets here now in her 3rd over. It's all or nothing, I think, for Hannah Little. Oh! think even Hannah has apologised for that one. Well taken by First Slip, moving sharply to her right. This one powered away on the offside, but there'll be no single taken there. Oh, there is, and they get through for it. Ended the over then. Score moves on to 39 for 6 off 11.
This is my one. This one is mine. If I know where the marks on the back. No one marks on the side. Yeah, look, there's loads of marks here. This one is actually. This one is.
Another change of bowling at the nursery end. We'll see the introduction of Zoe Bell. Zoe and her off spin collected 3 MCC wickets on Monday. Nice to add to your collection, isn't it? Comes nicely forward.
Dale, shut up.
Oh, a bit over pitch from Bell on this occasion. It did drop before it got to the bat, so I'm assuming, perhaps incorrectly. No, correctly. Just a full toss, not a no ball. Still looking for consistency in a bowling, Bell, but it's coming. The more overs she gets, the better it's becoming. Well kept out on this occasion. Surely they've got to let Hannah have her final over. See if she can pick up the fifer. See if she can have a third over with 2 wickets in it. 40 for 6. This is the 12th. Well bowled by Bell. Starting to slip into a rhythm now. Played away on the offside. Another dot ball. And that completes the over for Zoe. 40 for 6 now. Eight overs remaining in this contest, although perhaps whoever it is, the adverts Quango might have a word with me, calling it a contest at this stage.
Who's hanging around for a bit? Blake, are you? Dale, see it?
Oh yeah, I could have one.
Yeah. Plan, you hang around for a pint?
First 11 going to have a post-training pint tonight. There's off spin from the other end as well, Sarah Forbes, but they'll get through for a single. That won't worry Pembroke at all at this stage. Nicely played into the offside. The fielder comes in, leaves the ball behind. Another single, as I say, won't really concern Pembroke. The field, if anything, coming closer and closer. Forbes just drifting onto the legs, lets them get through for a single. Nice shot. Chased down by Bell. Just be a single again. But nice positive batting. Mabel O'Donoghue. As I say, we saw her a couple of times last year. Balbriggan now 109 for 4. Chasing 122 for victory. Not quite as wide as the bat hoped it would be. Trying to power it away. It was just a little bit too close to it. And another over passes by. The scoreboard is in the top right. You can see that first innings total there from Pembroke. 185. They got there for the loss of 5 wickets. Orla Prendergast 39, Sarah Forbes 36, but the star of the show, when she batted for over 17 overs, Lou Little was 61, and then having whipped off the pads, had a couple of overs and the break, he then came on and took the first wicket in the first over. Well tossed up by Bell, good length right at the feet. And the other candidate for player of the match, well, it has to be Hannah Little. 4 wickets she's taken, and I suspect for not many runs. O'Donoghue just trying to push one round on the leg side. Turned into the leg side, they get through for another single, and these bats starting to enjoy themselves in the middle, just taking these singles, doing enough. Clontarf staging a little bit of a revival. They're 54 for 5 now. These scores are available on the Cricket Leinster website, the Match Centre Live you need to be looking for. This is good work from Bell. Getting through her overs. Efficient bowling. After the first couple of full tosses. Oh, and there's another one. I was going to say, she's slipping into a groove, but there's commentator's curse for you. This will be a free hit, as signalled by your umpire. Website doesn't tell us who the umpires are tonight. No? Anna Bill in full flight. She got there safely. .48. 4 coming off that over. 14 overs gone. Just 36 balls remaining. Sarah Forbes ready to spring into action again. Bowling from this St John's end. Shadows really starting to lengthen across the ground now. In the air. And the catch is taken cleanly. Well, Sarah Forbes takes her first wicket. And she breaks a partnership that was worth 11. 7th wicket down then. Nice catch, and of course it was taken by a Little. Going to be a close run thing, player of the match tonight. You could see the turn back that Forbes got on that delivery. Really good. And backing up, nice and steady. Eyes on the ball. Kind of been easy coming out of the sun over there. Niall starting to get that nice low sun look. There's Marissa. Yeah. Chewy cam. You're on a replay at the moment. Now, no, back to the replay. Now, oh, left-hander. Sarah Forbes immediately going around the wicket, hoping to bring it back to the left-hander, hoping to take it away from her edge. 31 of you plus tuned in for this Leinster Senior Cup quarter-final. Nice big shot, and that is the first boundary we've seen in a while, and it travels all the way. 4 runs. Forbes leaving this one up a bit, and the bat just came across and nicely played it down into the ground. Safely played, and some super camera work from Niall.
I'm just trying to avoid the sun, that's the current madness.
Balbriggan just 3 runs away now from a famous victory in the 15th over as Forbes comes in. This one beats everybody and runs past Kavanagh down towards the scoreboard, the sight screens. Not to be on this occasion. Byes signalled. So Balbriggan on the verge of a historic win. Leinster have brought up the 100. They need 70 in 5 overs. This one played nicely on the offside, driven down the ground. Bell will track it down and keep it to a single. But again, great to see the positivity. And Clontarf 56 for 5, chasing Malahide to 132 for 7. Well, that's it. I can declare that Balbriggan are the first team into the semi-finals. They have defeated Phoenix, the cup holders. It will be a different name on the cup this year. Another one gets past the keeper. It's going to be signalled an extra by the umpire. Leg byes. And Balbriggan toppling the current cup holders by 6 wickets in the Phoenix Park. An away win. An impressive performance from Balbriggan. That has now gone off the live page. Another one down the leg side. Forbes just losing a little bit of control. Malahide look like they'll get there, and I'm also predicting at this stage, I don't think 70 or 5 overs is possible. Beautiful shot and nicely fielded. There's commitment to the cause. Very Nicol just laying down her body and letting the ball hit her. I think Shauna Kavanagh might be looking to make a bowling change at the St John's End now. There it is. Lovely piece of fielding. And total commitment to the cause. Kavanagh does well, getting around to the leg side. That was all on you. Louise McCarthy back on now. It's a whole lifetime, Niall. I'm trying to break a habit of a lifetime here.
Yeah, that's right. Just jump really clicky then. I don't know how bad it is.
Well, McCarthy enjoying her bowling tonight. Big smile on her face. It's nice when you have that sort of safety net in the amount of runs that Pembroke scored. As I say, McCarthy bowling with a smile. Sending people back to the fence on either side. One feels she might just toss this one up. No, pushes it through a bit quicker. One to come in the over. It's in the air. McCarthy parries it up and then it escapes behind her. Ends the over. Does not diminish the smile. And the umpire marks her card. Parried it up, but then couldn't understand that she'd parried it up in front of her. Turned the wrong way, and that gave the ball a chance to escape to the safety of the turf. And an opportunity slipping by for the caught and bowled. Still, 58 for 7, 4 overs left. Will Pembroke take this wicket? Will Rush see out their full quota? 24 balls is the maximum legal deliveries they can face.
Not over 60 yet.
Hannah Little now in search of her fifer. Three wickets to go. She only has the one over left though. Well, maybe a hat-trick. End up with a 7-fer. It's wide. Hit away. Not to be on this occasion. Wide again and sliced underneath it. They do take the single. There's somebody who's very thirsty, I feel, Niall. One of the tag rugby players, still full of energy. Perhaps he didn't get selected tonight. Down the leg side, signalled wide. Searching for that form that brought her 2 wickets in her first over and 2 wickets in her third over. Finishing out her spell now, looking for that 1 wicket to give her the 5-fer. And also signalled wide outside the blue line. Little bit of overcompensation there. Somewhere between the two. I think she'll be fine. Another one down the leg side. Another one signalled wide. And that vein of form that she found in the first and third overs, just not quite there for her now. I know you're out there willing her to take this wicket. I don't think even the Rush supporters would begrudge her. Well, this is proving to be a long over.
Guarantee you I've bowled longer.
Oh, I know I have. Niall and I both would have had those days. It was always if you bowled a couple of wides in the Whelan Cup. 8 ball overs to start with. Suddenly you're bowling 10 or 12, and that does get tiring. And there is the simplest of run-outs. In fact, she just keeps running back to the pavilion as another wicket falls. With the score now on 63. 63 for 8. She was wicketkeeper in the first innings and batted quite well in this innings until her demise to the run out. Well, you're taking on one of the best fielders in these islands. The athleticism is certainly there and just gave Shauna Kavanagh the easiest of jobs to take the bails off. Well, I hope Anna Beale's nails are nice and clean. She's had a couple of minutes to pick at them. Well, we were hoping for a wicket in this over, but we really wanted it to be Hannah Little looking for a 5th of the evening. Can't be much left of her spell now. And there it is, delighted for her, well deserved, a 5th wicket. She takes the fifer, and that is a fabulous performance from Hannah Little. Well taken by Shauna Kavanagh behind the stumps, and again, Hannah Little over results in 2 wickets. Now, one of them was a run out this time, but we won't take that away from the fact that she's taken her 5-wicket haul, possibly her first for the season, and great to see her back there and doing so well. Pembroke now on the brink of victory as Hannah little edge into the gloves, and I think the bat knew it, and certainly the keeper did. Kavanagh went straight up with that one, and there you go. 63 for 8 now in the 17th over. And it looks like Pembroke will be joining Balbriggan in the semi-finals. That's getting a bit silly now. Leinster need 48 off 2 overs. So I think Merion are going to find themselves in the semi-finals. No run taken on this occasion. Clontarf, well, they're still only 5 down, so there are 7 overs remaining, and they need 54. Not outside the realms of possibility. And those two have been together for a while now, whoever they are. Played straight back to McCarthy. Getting through her over nice and quickly. Oh, brings one back into the batsman, and Louise McCarthy joins the party. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this evening's entertainment. And Louise McCarthy picks up the final wicket. Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And there we go. Pembroke find themselves in the semi-finals of the Senior Cup, where they will be joined by Balbriggan, I think Merion, and I think Malahide. But we'll wait and see. You keep an eye on those on the Cricket Centre that Cricket Leinster provide, and we will say good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so heartening to see so many of you tuning in for this game here at Sydney Parade. 37 of you have remained until now, so I thank you, each and one of you. And join us again on Saturday. Saturday the men's firsts are playing at home, and on Sunday the men's seconds. To all you budding commentators out there, we had 7 here last Saturday for the All-Ireland Cup. This Saturday I have a prior engagement in the evening, so won't be at the lunch or commentating for the end of the game, certainly. And on Sunday I also have a family engagement that means I won't be here. So if somebody could step in, it would be tremendous. The players now shaking hands, going down the line. Claire Shillington there. Well, she wasn't required with the bat, and that's why she wasn't required. It was a good day's work for the Pembroke side. As Dale starts up his hoover, I shall say good night and thank you. Dougals. Dougals would help. Getting a bit of a mauling. England 428 for 2. Top 3 have all scored centuries, and once top 2 scored, nothing on it. Umpire, I think, called wide. And that's 3 more onto the total. So we have a new setup here. Oh, that one's played beautifully. Driven through the covers. Ends up almost... Oh, beautiful adjustment there from Little. So far. And that clears the fielder on the ring. She thought she was in with a chance. Whereas Rush were playing in Division 2. And the leg spinner has come on.
Oh, lucky.
And the ball gets past the fielder on the fence and makes it to the... Found herself the opening spot. Ball's plenty of off spin. Full toss. Looks like it's going to be signalled no ball. And it looks like it's going to be fielded before they can collect. Connecting with the turf behind the line. Another full toss. This one is hoiked. Big hoik out on that side, and no matter. Driven away on the offside. It's beaten the field through the gap and runs away to the boundary beautifully. Enjoying themselves over there, watching this total come together. That one's hit out beautifully to the leg side. There are 2 fielders there, but the campaign to put numbers on the back of Pembroke shirts goes on. This one comes off the edge. It's in the air, and the keeper has taken it. But it's a free hit with another no ball. And this is going to prove to be quite an expensive couple of balls for Rebecca, our reporter on the ground. Graham Mooney providing us with the information we were missing. Oh, that one just got down in time to... Oh, another wicket. Going for the massive... Oh, another wicket. Going for the massive big hit, and it wasn't to be. Missed the ball. Oh, nicely pulled down to the leg side. Mid-wicket. 2 fielders out there. Or change their mind about going for a second. Oh, chance. On the runs they're looking for, and they're going to take on the second. Well, if I wasn't certain before, but not too much more. This one's in the air. Bartlett's underneath. Oh, it's gone to ground. That's a shame. Hands too close to the chest. Lofted straight down the ground, and nothing is going to stop that on its journey to 4. And that's a cracking shot down the ground. Oh, saw that beautifully. Back-to-back boundaries. Another nice shot down the ground. There's no stopping that one either. Eventually she's going to get one to go through that gate. This one's in the air. The bowler's trying to get to it, and oh, it's just gone down. The catch. And a round of applause goes up around the ground as... And a round of applause goes up around the ground as Lou Little records another half century. And she wants it to be. Oh, now, having reached the mark, you get the feeling that, well, if she gets the chance to... And it's pulled out to the leg side, where, well, Becca O'Donoghue. Another one out on that side, another one the fielder looks at, and another one where it beats the first fielder. One the fielder looks at, and another one where it beats the first fielder. This one has been taken. Another attempt at a very, very big shot. No, just clubbing the ball. These could be the overs when that happens. Oh, beautifully turned round the corner from Kavanagh. I'm talking about slogging, and she's playing. That happens. Oh, beautifully turned round the corner from Kavanagh. I'm talking about slogging, and she's playing exquisite cricket. Super. And a big swing of the bat sees us through to the end. As I learned them, I'm writing them down. In the air. And the first wicket goes down, and it's McGee. This bit of fielding again. Nice chase down. Umpire was walking. This one played away on the leg side, straight to the fielder. The donkey work there. McCarthy continues. This one is pulled out through the leg side. That's going to run down to the boundary. Ocean Bartlett picking up 4 more. This one wider. Oh, just popped up on the offside. Rush, hoping that scoreboard pressure will bring opportunities. Not out of information. Cries of, come on, Han. Good length, and takes a wicket with a first ball. In the air. I'm not calling the Leinster Clontarf game yet, that's for sure. Nice bit of swing even at this late stage there for Nicol. Lost a 4th wicket as Nicol comes in. Kavanagh does well to get down to the leg side.
That's something you do.
And a beautiful catch at slip. Oh, that is magnificent. Bowling her 3rd over. And she's picked up another wicket. It's LBW. Nice shot. Chased down by Bell. Just be a single again. But nice positive back. Website doesn't tell us who. Those really starting to lengthen across the ground now. In the air. And the catch is taken cleanly. Nice big shot, and that is the first boundary we've seen in a while. And it is possible. Beautiful shot and nicely fielded. It's a whole lifetime. It's in the air. McCarthy parries it up, and then it escapes behind her. Wide again and sliced underneath it. They do take the single. It was always if you bowled a couple of wides in the Whelan Cup. 8 ball overs to start with. Suddenly you're bowling 10 or 12, and that does get. And there it is, delighted for her, well deserved, the 5th wicket. Oh, brings one back into the batsman, and Louise McCarthy joins the party.